Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocksnipertrading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
Trading with a perfect broker is the key, which takes you one step ahead. At AAAFx, we have you covered. The future of Forex is zero commission. Here at AAAFx, we offer ultra low commission, which starts at 99 cents per lot. Our account's spreads start from 0.0 pips. With account leverage up to 500x, and can have a minimum deposit of $100, with an additional 100% deposit bonus, regulated by HMC Greece, compliant with ESMA, EU, regulated with FSCA, South Africa. Nothing to lose, but something to gain. Trade with the world's most liquid market provider, AFX, recommended by Stocksnipertrading. To get started, use the affiliate link below.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stocksnipertrading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips, and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.
Recording in progress.
Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome. Thanks for joining Stocksnipertrading. My name is Ronnie. My partner is Dave. Thanks for joining, everybody. I appreciate all of you guys. So first things first, Eid Mubarak to those that celebrate. It's a big day, and I hope you guys are celebrating it with your family and friends. I just got back from my sister's house. Both of my sisters, so I gave some gifts and things like that, and I'm full of coffee, Turkish coffee, chai, and baklava, guys, so I have a lot of energy right now. So you'll probably see me talking really fast right now because it's a couple Turkish coffees are in me and some baklava, so got enough sugars to last me a month right now. But guys, thank you for joining. Okay, so Eid is a special day to spend with your family and friends, and I love to spend Eid with you guys. You guys are all our family and friends too. You are our extended family to SST. So thank you guys for joining. We're going to go 1 to 3 p.m. We're going to go for 2 hours. We're going to be observing, charting, analyzing US 30, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ. And we have Bookmap over here on the right. So it's the live liquidity feed of the Dow Jones right now, US 30 futures contracts. So just explain real quick what this is a heat map, so you can see most of the heat, all the transactions occurred up here by the VWAP. This is this white line. It's a volume weighted average price line. It's kind of like a moving average, but it combines volume and price all in one. So it's a nice little 2-in-1 indicator if you guys like indicators. I really do like using this when I use Bookmap as a feature indicator on the main chart. Also, we have our volume bars. This indicator below here is cumulative volume delta, CVD, and right now you can see it's negative 900 down in here. So most of these transactions that occurred from noon, 12 o'clock, 12:15, 12:30, 12:45, 1 p.m., and then we're going to go into 1:15. These net transactions, buys minus sells, are leading towards mostly net negative transactions. So that's why we had this big push to the downside, but now it's catching some bids, and it might be creating like a double bottom and might be coming back up. Okay, guys, so that is Bookmap. If you guys are interested in this platform, there's a link in our description. You can go over, it will connect you to Bookmap. What I recommend is they have a free platform free to practice with Bitcoin, with BTC. So if you're interested in learning about live liquidity, I highly recommend, and really you guys should consider it, because you can learn the order book with Bitcoin for free. Okay, and once you get very confident at what you can learn here, and there's a lot of valuable information here for retail traders like you, like ourselves. So we have the book. We can actually see in the order book that what candlesticks cannot tell us. So I can see right now Dow Jones. I can see all of the live pending offers in the market. I can see all the live pending bids in the market. We have our session volume profile over here, and then there's some neat indicators that you can use. So it gives us a little bit more information as retail traders that can help us become better traders. So for free, guys, I really recommend that you guys do practice for free. And then if it's something that you're interested in and it's an investment you want to make in yourself, then you can subscribe to Bookmap and Rhythmic Data Feed for whatever you're looking for. Okay, and also demo accounts, guys, with HankoTrade or AAAFx. If you're looking for a broker, always start off. Doesn't matter what if you're a beginner, if you're intermediate, if you're moving over to a new broker or you're testing something out, always start off with a demo account. Get to know how their contract sizes are, get to know their lot sizing, get to know what their leverage is, and then once you feel confident and you practice with a demo, then you can start to deposit your own money. And these brokers will match your deposit and give you a bonus, so that helps as well, okay, if that's something you're interested in. So with that being said, thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys joining. Thank you to everyone in Zoom. Thank you to everyone on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. If you guys can hit the like button, subscribe, and notifications, and we'll help guide you with free education on YouTube daily. So thanks for joining, guys. Okay, so let's all go to US 30 Dow Jones. We're going to start off with a top-down analysis. How many of you guys, okay, what are you guys in a trade right now? Are you guys waiting on the sidelines? How is everybody doing today? Are we almost at today's daily goal? Have we exceeded daily goal? Are we so today, 50-50, or are we in a little bit of drawdown? And everybody's going to be all over the place. Okay, that's trading. For every winner, there's got to be a loser in the market, and for every loser, there's got to be a winner in the market. And then we're going to have some break-even traders as well. So thank you, AB. You're the first one to like. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Tushar, you've done your weekly goal. Excellent. Already on a Wednesday. So yeah. So wow, Vad, you got 7%. Wegma, you're in drawdown. Okay, so we gotta help get out of drawdown. We gotta get to break even today. Okay, that's our goal. Wegma is to get out of drawdown and try and get into a break even. And then when we get to break even, we're done for the day. Then we gotta go back. I see a lot of you guys. Okay, drawdown. Okay, so our mission today, what we gotta do till the end of the day is try to get to break even. And then once we get there, we gotta stop trading. We gotta review. Why were we in drawdown? What mistakes did we make today? How can we correct that? How can we fix that? Guys, that's part of trading, okay? This is if you want to become consistent and want to be a successful trader. A lot of the successful, consistent traders, every single day they review their trades, whether they're good trades or they're bad trades. A lot of traders who are not consistent do not journal. They do not review their trades, so they have no idea what's going on. Okay, I can't stress how important that is. That's why I'm taking some time to really stress the importance about journaling, and you can figure out so much about yourself that you never knew. There's so much that journaling can tell you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a top-down analysis. Right now, the US 30 came up here, pulled back, and came down. Now we're kind of consolidating right here in this area of support down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a daily. But first, let's just go to news. So if you guys were trading today, most of you guys were aware here at 9:30. Very volatile day. 9:30 is Wall Street open, but not only did we have Wall Street open, we had four very powerful speakers. We had in Europe, ECB, President Lagarde speaking, okay? And then we had in UK, we had Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaks. In Japan, we had Bank of Japan Governor Ueda, I'm sorry if I butcher that, Ida speaks. And also here we have in North America, we have our very own Uncle Jay Powell speaking at 9:30, okay? And Powell is still speaking about increasing interest rates in the near future. So maybe we're going to see that in August and October coming soon. We may see continuing increasing because to him the economy is booming. So he can increase, but that's why how the markets moved at 9:30 today. So we have Wall Street and all of that news coming out. That's why we had a push down, kind of consolidated here. It broke back up to here, 50% of this basic candle at 925 that started this move, and we continue to rotate right back down. That's why right before we started this call, I asked if anyone was in sells. There was a couple in sells. So that's also where you can start to liquidate your position. You don't need to close the entire position, but start to take some profit out of the market because we're coming to an identified area of support or demand. We could push down again after a bear flag, could push down, or we may retrace up to here this afternoon. That's what we're going to look for. So let's start off with the daily. Okay, most of you guys already have your charts ready to rock and roll, but I'm starting a fresh chart right now. So last week we know that we had this downtrend coming all the way down to Friday. Then we started this week with the indecision candle. It came back up. It was almost looking like maybe a morning star pattern, but we didn't close bullish above here. So it came up, we got rejected here on Tuesday, we closed right here, and we opened today, we came back up, but look, it's kind of like equal highs, okay? So tweezer tops, it's a little bit lower than the previous high, okay? So most of you guys that are getting better with price action, hopefully this is really helping you guys identify how the markets move, okay? And we'll try everything in our power to continue to teach price action with you guys. But I'm going to do something where it's going to start from like a beginner. Everything that you need to know, and then you guys, this will be on another webinar I'm going to do with you guys. I'm going to start off with everything, like what you should know, and then you guys can put a check mark if you guys are good at this, and maybe an X if it's something you need to work on. Remember we did this a while back, and I want to do this again to see how you guys have improved. So I really want, and then you can see what you need to focus on, okay? Because if there's something that you know, like price action, you can identify all of the types of candlesticks right now, then that would be a check mark. Then we can move on to chart patterns. Then if you're really good with identifying chart patterns, we can move on to different concepts. And I'm going to start from the beginning, and we're going to continue to go. And your job in the group, guys, is to put a check mark if this is something that you feel confident that you understand, or if this is something that you need to work on, maybe put an X, and that's something that you need to work on. I used to do this back in the day, and this really helped me to identify what I knew and what I needed to work on, so I didn't waste time. Because if I was really good at price action, I didn't need to continue to learn about candlesticks. I wanted to learn more new advanced concepts. So that's what I want to do for you. That's just the way how I learn. I don't know, maybe it's easier because I see a lot of traders don't know where to start. Okay, they want to learn all about order flow. Okay, like right here, I'm being honest with everybody. Okay, guys, sorry if I hurt people's feelings. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to be honest. But there's a lot of traders that want to learn order flow. Okay, that's just facts. Want to learn order flow. This is more of an advanced dashboard, advanced concepts. So before you learn order flow, you need to learn your traditional Japanese candlesticks. Okay, these an order flow will help complement what you know over here. It's very difficult to get started over here to learn this when you don't know the basics over here. So do you guys understand what I mean by that? Guys, this is an education platform too. So part of our job at SST is to help educate. I know everyone wants live trading, and it's exciting live trading, but if we don't know the basics, it's very difficult for you to learn live trading. So I want to walk through everything because our job at SST is to help mentor you guys to become, so that you guys can become the best traders possible, whether you're on YouTube or you're in our Zoom. In Zoom, we obviously spend more time with you guys, but also on YouTube, we do care about you guys as well. So it's mutual respect for everybody, but it's part of our job to know how to do this properly, because trading is very difficult because we have people from all different levels. We have someone who just started today, right now, okay? And we have people who have been in the markets for 10, 20 years. So it's all over the place. So we need to set up a structure to help everybody. But we got to start from the basics. So and it's part of your job too to understand what level you're at so we can continue to move on. Okay. So what I just did here is the high and lows today. So I just personally use a purple line for my high and low. You guys can use whatever colors you want. All I'm trying to identify is today's range, how we're moving. So I see they opened it. It came up kind of equal high almost to yesterday. But you see in this area where we have a lot of bodies in here, see how it's holding. So we know that there is now like a supply. There is a resistance here. Here it got rejected, yesterday got rejected, and today it got rejected. So I'm going to just draw like a red box going across. And you see how I move it into the future. So this is a static box. And what we can do is I can move this. Look, okay, over here, this is no price action. This is in the future. I can move this box. Let's see, where are we going to move it? Okay, look at the date down here, Thursday, August 31. Okay, so the end of August, starting of September. This is a static zone. It got rejected here, got rejected here, rejected here. So this is resistance in the market. Okay, and what that's telling us is every time the market comes up here, it's getting rejected. Why? Because it's resistance in the market. And the more and more the volume comes up here and gets rejected, and it comes up again and gets rejected, then resistance can turn into supply. That's the difference, guys. Someone is asking right now, what is supply? What is the difference with the resistance? Okay, so I'm going to repeat that. One touch, two touches makes resistance. Multiple touches at this zone then creates a supply over here. So this is where the market starts to add more and more and more offers at this zone. So every time it comes up here, there is a market maker absorbing all of the liquidity up here, but they're absorbing on sell side. You see today how the cumulative volume delta is negative 1100 right now. So all of today's volume pretty much was being absorbed sell side. So it's a seller in the market who's absorbing all of this transactions for maybe a possible redistribution to the downside. Does that make sense, guys? Hit the like button on YouTube if you understand what I'm saying. Guys, thumbs up, because I really want to explain what resistance is, because this is very basic. Very, very basic concept. But we got to know this in order to learn something new. So I got to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Okay, if you guys don't want to answer, no problem. Then I know that I know that nobody's following. Okay. Anyways, up here now. Okay, support level is the opposite of resistance. Okay, so when we come down, we create some support. When we come down, we create some support. When we come down, we create some support. What does multiple times of touching support create? It will create a demand in the market. Okay, so it's this exact opposite of resistance and supply. No, I know you guys are on Zoom. I'm not talking about you guys. On YouTube, there was just nobody saying anything. So I'm doing this for you guys on YouTube. The guys in Zoom know this, okay? They've got all the education, okay? But I'm helping you guys on YouTube. So that's why I'm asking you guys to like if you guys understand what I'm saying. If not, I know what we need to do on YouTube. I know that you guys need to learn the basics. And then we'll come out with a program for you guys. Okay, and then you see now how the volume is staying above this level. Those multiple rejections wicks are telling me something. Okay, remember wicks tell a story as well, just like bodies. Okay, wicks tell you a lot. So make sure you understand what a wick is in a market on price action. Okay, so a wick shows us that the market came down here, but when it found bids, and right away it came back up. Again, it came back down, and then it came back up. Again, it came down, but it went back up. Like similar what's going on down here. It came down, went back up. Came down, went back up. Came down, went back up. Do you guys see these red bubbles right here? A red bubble, a red bubble, and a red bubble. Okay, now I'm going to move over to explain kind of what Bookmap is. Okay, so do you guys see that selling pressure pushed down into this area of heat right down here? 34,000. See this nice psychological level? I'm going to place a yellow line down here. Okay, so you guys can visually see this area. Okay, see this yellow line right here at at 34,000, see all of the bids in here. Okay, so the bids are absorbing this volume. Every time it comes down here, do you see any green bubbles down here? Okay, so what it's telling us is when the sellers are coming down here, they're getting exhausted because there's no buyers down here. Every time the price comes down here, the buyers want to transact up here. So see how the market comes back up and then the sellers try to push it back down, but we're not finding any bids in here. The bids want to come up higher. Okay, so you see how it came down again and the sellers are down here. This is making a higher low. The bids want to continue to go higher. So you see now how we're getting a bullish move coming out of here. Do you guys, does that make sense, guys? Sorry if the way how I'm explaining it, but you guys understand. Now I'm just flipping over to Bookmap to help you guys understand this. Sellers are pushing down, but there's nobody that wants to buy down here. They want to buy up here. So it forces the sellers, the offers, to come back up here. Okay, so because this could be confusing, these bubbles. Okay, but what it's telling us is the selling pressure is coming down here, but the bids, nobody is really bidding down here. They want to bid higher, higher, higher. So it's they're hitting the asking price. It's forcing the price to go higher, to break this area of resistance right here. So that was resistance we just broke, and now it might come back up to like maybe the VWAP up here. Okay, so that's just a simple, clear explanation of what's going on here in the book. Okay, so let's go back to our daily candles. Now we figured out our high and low of the day. So we got our resistance, we got our support area on the daily. Extended across in the future could become supply or could become demand in the near future. Also, we got some critical areas in between here. This is where we're going to trade this afternoon. So we got to mark up some other levels. I'm going to mark this wick right here with a yellow. Okay, yellow right here. Okay, why? Because it was fresh in the market. It was Monday's high, and then it got rejected up there. Okay, so now what I'm doing is this could come in and play a factor in today's volume. Right now, it's that yellow line is 33823. Right now we're at 33818, so we're 5 pips away. It may come into play in here. If we continue to push up, okay, so if we come up, where could we go up to? Look at previous price action. This is a nice area, so hopefully some of you guys have this area marked up on your charts. Okay, why am I choosing this area? Because I had a red candle that came down here to the yellow line and got rejected. I had this was a red candle open, came down to the yellow line and went back up. I also have a body that closed right here on Friday, and then they gapped it up on Monday, and it was a bullish ignited candle. It filled the daily wick and popped a little bit. Okay, so this is an important area in the market as well. And then if we look at where like kind of 50% of the volume currently is from the body from here to here, half of it's right around here. So what I'm going to do is right below the yellow line, I'm going to kind of place a red box right there. Kind of half of today's volume currently in the market. Okay, because we might come up there and maybe gets rejected and we come back down. Okay, we'll see this afternoon. And then you see how we're trading on the daily. We came all the way up. We came all the way back down into this level, and now we're consolidating. So today's Wednesday. We have Thursday, Friday. We might maybe break out of here, or we might break down here, maybe fill these wicks and continue to drop down to 50% of this big green bullish candle and like this wick right there. So if I'm looking at other levels below us where we could possibly go, because here's the volume. We may come back this afternoon and come all the way back down to the green box, and we'll see what happens down there. If we break the green box, we might have an impulse break, and where could we go down to? We could maybe drop down to yesterday's low. So I'm going to place a yellow line there, and yesterday's low kind of lines up with this wick that got rejected right there, and this candle came into there and got rejected. But we also have, from the green box down to here, we also have other levels. We have a level right around here in this area. So I'm going to place a yellow line right here as well. Okay, so I got I got a wick get rejected right there. A wick came into that yellow line, got rejected. Here's a body to body. Here's another rejection. Here's another rejection. Here's a body right here. So maybe before it comes down, we're filling a wick. Maybe it comes down here and we'll go pull back. If it breaks this yellow line, has a high probability we'll come back down to this yellow line and then continue to fall down to the previous low right here, which was June 26, Monday, the start of this week. And then right below there, I'm going to place another green box because that's the bullish volume right there that started this entire move. So if it comes back all the way back down in here, what if these buyers want to get in again? So we're going to make this box green. Okay, sorry guys, I'm taking so long on US 30, but I really want to explain this top down so that if you guys go into the weekend, you can say, okay, I understand top down, I can check that. Maybe I understand price action, I can check that. Maybe things I'm not sure about is identifying support, resistance, supply, demand. Maybe those are things that you got to work on. So I'm trying to make this clear for everybody right now. Normally I don't spend this much time on doing a top down, but I really want everyone to learn as much as they can. So that's enough for the daily. What did we do? We came up, lower high, continue push down over here. It's a higher low, and we're coming right back up to here to maybe approximately 50% of today's candle, the volume that's left in it. So I'm going to go to the 1 hour. Now in the 1 hour, we can see the moves today. Okay, so here are the 1 hour moves. Yesterday, Wall Street, big bullish day, broke out of this range, filled up that wick and continued to pop up all the way up to kind of the end of the day, power hour. This is where we were trading into there. Then it kind of pushed down. Here's the Asian session, sideways consolidation. That's normally what the Asian session is until we get into pre-London or London. Here's 3 a.m. London came back up, rejected, filled those wicks, came up to the top of this point, the high of the day, this bigger area of supply, and there's your double top. And 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., Wall Street, they reversed the move all the way back down into this green box now. That's where we got that big bullish candle come out at noon. Here's noon, where we pushed for a new high up here, came back down, and we closed right here. So we're barcoding on the 1 hour candles. We got a red, green. So we got some indecision in the market on the hourly. Why? Because it's consolidating. It made its big moves. It broke out of here yesterday, consolidated in the zone. It came right back down into here, and now we're consolidating in this zone. So the hourly move could continue back up to here if we come up bullish and fill this wick and get out of here, or we might break down here and drop down into these levels. But currently we can start to maybe look for some scalps this afternoon in this area. So you can see that where do we have some good hourly support now in the last couple hours? Right around here. I'm going to draw a white line here. So this is telling me here's a body that closed here. Here we opened, we came down here, back up, came down, back up. So we picked up this liquidity below this level. Now we're coming up to test 50% of this previous hourly candle at noon. Maybe we may come up, maybe we'll come back down, but that's what we got to judge now on the lower time frame. So let's go to the 5 minutes. Okay, so see the 5 minutes, guys? So when we started the call, just before we started the call, I was talking with the guys on the Zoom. As it was, right over here, we started 12:50, 12:55. So it came down there, and some of you guys were in a sell. So that's where you can start to liquidate a position. You don't need to close your entire trade if you don't want. You can close a portion because there's a pullback at this kind of double bottom, bigger area of support and demand in the market. It came down here, came down. The sellers came down, but didn't find any bids down here. So then the market started to bid back up to, maybe it's going to come up to the VWAP right up here. And then you can see all of the heat above us. 34,100 has 41 offers. 34,090 72 offers. 34,080 has 48 offers right in there. So this is where there's going to be like a big auction take place in here. This is where most of the liquidity is. Look at how the bids are starting to compile. Look at the offers. So there's going to be a lot of transactions up here at the VWAP where it's intended to go. This is more where the institutions start to transact in here. Okay, so what we're going to do on the 5 minutes now is understand that these wicks and these bodies created a little bit of support on the 5 minutes. Okay, so the lower time frames. See, we came down here, back up, came down, back up, came down, back up. Did any volume close below this area? No. So technically it's making a higher low. It's building. We came up to 50% of this bearish candle. We're continuing to come up. Now we just closed above the daily area here, the daily yellow line. So look in the past. Over here, we got rejected multiple times. Rejected 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. We close with volume above, so that would be a green box now. Green box. We close below, red box. Let's bring it right in here and let's go red box, okay? Because we're pushing down right now. So let's go red box. See how I looked to the left of the chart over here and I brought it across, okay? Just like I did with the daily. So these ones I can bring across. This one I can bring across. Okay, so I'm trying to consolidate the 5-minute volume as much as I can. Now we're pulling right back up, down. Okay, did we close above here? No. So it came right up there. See where now the buyers are trapped? The buyers went up there, but they got a lot of offers, filled them, and now they're pushing the market back down. That's why we're getting this big red candle. So you see when we're scalping this move, like if you're in a buy, you're coming to an identified daily area where it used to be resistance in the past. So this is where sometimes also you got to make a decision. Look at it goes up like a staircase and it can come down like an elevator. So this is why always, guys, we should not trade with the woulda, shoulda, couldas. If you were in a buy and it came up to this zone, this is where you got to make a decision in trading. You either got to close your trade and be happy with it, or you close a portion. Because if not, we're coming to an identified area where there was supply in today, 10 o'clock. 10:15, 10:40, 11 o'clock, like in here, again, 11:15. Every time we came until finally we closed above. Then it gave us confirmation to continue to move up. But it's coming down now. So if it comes back up, if we pick up some nice healthy bids and it comes back up and we can close above here, then maybe we're going to look for a buy above this red box with volume closing above, unless we're going to take an impulse candle that's being built up. And what we're going to try and do is take it up to the next zone, and I measure that zone, so I know exactly if I'm going to take this trade from there to there. The entire zone is about just over 30 pips, 32, 33 pips. Okay, that's from this zone to that zone, but there's also price action in between the zones. Okay, so I look at these 5-minute candles as well, okay, for scalping. See these 2 wicks over here? The price came up here, green, got rejected. It came up here and got rejected and went down. Here it came back up and got rejected. But then we filled up with a nice big candle, filled the wick and continued to move. See when we pulled back down into this line, red and then green picked up. So this could be a TP as well. I'm just going to change the color to red. So like we might scalp a green candle and it may come up to this red line and then maybe it's going to get rejected and come back down for the retest. So I also measure this move to the red line. So I know it's 16 pips here. Okay, 16 up from here to there. 16 minus 1 or 2 for a spread, minus your transaction with your broker, their market executions, maybe some slippage, but maybe we can net 10 to 12 pips in that range. If it breaks out a little more, maybe it's 20, and then the top up there is 30, 35 pips. And then when it gets up here, you and I, we got to make a decision up here too. If it breaks out and squeezes a little more into this red box, here it broke out and squeezed up to here, then got rejected. So remember, history, price action tells us what happened in the past. Maybe we predict where we are in the present time we see, and then we predict where it could be in the future. Okay, so that's one area for buy opportunity, maybe this afternoon. We don't need to worry about that right now because the volume is all the way back down in here. Okay, so we got to see now, is it going to pick up some bids and come back up? But you see this hourly white line? Okay, if I'm an aggressive trader, I could come now above the hourly. I could look to scalp up to the zone right up there again. Okay, so we could look to see if they pick up the bids in here and they come back up and they close it maybe in here and we retest this. Maybe we can go back into the buy and come back and test to see if we can engulf this big red candle, and maybe we can have an extended breakout where we could go for that original trade. So this is more if you're an aggressive trader. This candle is going to close in 4 more minutes, so it's coming right back up. This is sometimes where some traders take impulse moves and come up. Okay, and it could also just come up to previous price action right over here inside the zone. Okay, so I just want to make this clear to everybody. Here we had a green candle come up, test this block here, 50% of this candle, and got rejected. Here we closed above it. See the retest? It came right to the red line, bounced off, and continued to push up. So we may come up to the red line and we'll see what happens up here. If you are a scalper going on in an impulse, like right now, this is where you measure your move. If you're looking for 5-10 pips, this is where you got to get your ruler and you measure from the white line to the red line. See, it's about 13 pips. So this candle could come up 13 pips from right here and touch this and get rejected, just like it did over here. So if you're scalping this range on an impulse, you got to know that where it could go. It might not come all the way to the top. Okay, if we're sitting on the sidelines, we're still waiting for volume to close here. Okay, unless you're going in on a feeler trade or you're continuing the move with your buys, maybe you're adding a position, but that's one possible move. If this is too aggressive for you trading in here, again, then you're waiting up here maybe to see what happens up there. Okay, this is more for aggressive traders, and we're going to see if we can continue to hold maybe this trend that's forming. But remember, we have a lot of selling pressure. So it started up here, a lot of selling pressure. We pulled back right into here and a big red candle came down. So if there's no buy in here, it might push back down, and what we could look to is maybe to sell below here. If the market really pushes down and we're bearish, maybe we close below this green box and again a measured move back down to here. See where we came down, back up, came down, back up, came down, back up, came down, back up. So from here, if we fill the wicks and come down here, you got to measure that move. If that's a sell you're going to take from there to there, it's about 15 to 17 pips. If we break a little bit more into the green box, maybe halfway, but we can get exactly pinpoint precision because we look to the left of the chart. Last time volume came in here, look at it, like it came down right there and went back up. It came down here and went back up. All of this is the traffic in between. Okay, it's very hard to dissect all that, but I can see a nice pivot right there and I can see a nice pivot right there. So see the red line, how it goes across in the green box, and see where I kind of eyeballed it right there. I was off by a little bit. So that's 30 pips. From here, coming down, if we break this, down to there. But from here to there, halfway, 15 pips. And when it comes down there, we can scale out a little bit. We'll see if there's a pullback. If we close below here, we flip this big green box red. Maybe we'll come back down with more momentum, and we can continue to take the sell down there. But right now, we're going to see where it's going to consolidate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this up here. Okay, because I want to find out where it's going to consolidate. If it's going to consolidate, maybe we'll trap it and maybe we'll watch. We'll see how it accumulates. Okay, in here. If you don't feel comfortable, like kind of trading where most of the volume is in here, then don't trade in here. You could also look for maybe a buy above here now. Okay, and then you measure up to the red box again. And if it's a quick little scalp from here to there, it might be 15 to 20 pips up there. Okay. Okay, guys, sorry I took so long on that, but I really, really wanted to break things down. Okay, so does that make sense, guys? Do you guys understand what I did there? Remember, this is like zone to zone, and you guys know your zones, okay, better than me. I know my zones when I trade. If this is not your zone, simply don't trade in here. Okay, it's that simple. You wait for your style of trading. Okay, you wait. Okay, we know that the US 30 is not going to stay inside this neutral box. What time is it? 1:40. We still have 2:40. We got 3:40, and then 4 o'clock. So we still have 2.5 hours to go in the market. We're not going to stay in here all day. This is where patience and discipline traders are consistent, because we wait. We might have to wait 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But remember, volume only has 3 directions. Okay, it's either going to trade inside this box sideways like this. Okay, maybe we trade up, down, but somewhere in here. We don't need to trade all this. If you want, you can, but you can wait. Okay, and maybe it's going to break to the upside. Okay, maybe this catches bids. We push back up here. We close above. We retest this. Might have more momentum to break out of here. And also the other third option is sellers might continue to absorb. We push down here, fill those wicks. Maybe it bounces because we're going to get bids in there. And then we flip this and maybe the offers are coming down. And then we break back down into this level. Okay, those are like our 3 directions where price action can move. It's up to some traders who are patient and disciplined. Some wait and wait and wait for the move, and others want to speculate and get in and trade. So if you want to speculate, I speculate too. I go in smaller. If I'm testing things out, if I'm not sure about something, I go in small. Like if I'm testing out a sell, I'll go in small in here. And then if the selling pressure keeps pushing down, maybe I'll add a position, a bigger one. If I test out a buy with these buyers, then maybe I'm seeing how it's building, and if it closes and retests, maybe I'll go in with a bigger buy. That's if you want to trade in here. Just like these traders, they're trading in here. The buyers are going up, sellers are going down. Sellers are going up, buyers are going down. And you got to understand, if you're trading in here too, this is not a small range. From here to here, it's almost 30 pips. So if you're trading in here with like a 10, 15 pip stop loss, like these buyers right here that came up, it's coming right back down. Measure this candle. Okay, think about it. If these buyers bought up here, they're in drawdown 15 pips right now. Okay, and some traders panic at 15 pips, and it might just be coming down to pick up liquidity and come right back up. But you panicked and you closed your trade down there, because you're trading where it's the worst time, you know, and then you're going to get frustrated. You're going to take a loss right there when you didn't even need to be trading this area. So, you know, when you're going up to bat, you know, when you play baseball, a pitcher throws you a ball. You don't need to swing at every pitch. If it's a curveball, if it's a sinker, you're waiting as a batter for the best possible pitch, right? I don't know if you guys play baseball, but if you guys have played baseball, you know that the pitcher is throwing you a ball and trying to trick you. Your job as a batter is to wait for the best possible pitch that you can hit. A fastball right down the middle, and maybe you'll hit a home run. But if he's throwing a slider or a curveball, you don't need to swing for it. You're probably going to get a strike. You're going to miss it. Okay, so same thing with trading. That could have been a strike. You know, you took the buy up here, but your stop loss was so tight that the market knows that. It came down, stopped you out, picked up your liquidity, and now it's coming right back up to do the bullish move that you intended, but you're trading in here with such a tight stop loss. So even these sellers, where it sold down here, it came right back up and liquidated them too, unless they're holding in drawdown. That's the only other thing, guys. Okay, so you see how we came down, picked up those bids, we're coming right back up. Came down, picked up the bids, we're coming right back up. So we're looking for volume to close above 50% of this big red candle. Okay, guys, so what time is it? 1:45. So we got in another minute, we're going to have a new 15-minute candle. We'll just watch how this candle closes, and then we'll do a top down with NASDAQ, but I'm going to go a lot faster with NASDAQ, okay? I'm not going to explain so much in detail, but hopefully, guys, that helped you, that analysis. You don't need to take that long when you're doing a top down. I'm just doing that to help educate. Normally I can get a top down done in like 3 minutes. Is there any questions on what we just covered? Okay, so you see how we're barcoding. Red, green, red. So is this ideal area to be trading? Not really, unless you're pipping and dipping, okay? If you took that buy, you're up 10 pips, 15, you could have closed it. If you're in a sell and you're up 10, 15 pips, you could have closed it. If you want to scalp in here, you definitely can. What is a pivot point, Abu? Okay, a pivot point is when the market pivots or changes direction. So this was a pivot point today. See where we came right back up and then it pivoted back down. Okay, so a pivot is just like a change in structure, a change in direction. Okay, down here, it came down and we had a pivot go back up. We came up, this was a pivot point that went back down. Now there's no more pivots. We're just consolidating right now. So we're trying to wait for the next move in the market. Okay. Okay, so again, and look at where we are. Remember this hourly white line? See how now the volume is hugging this hourly white line? So this is going to If you're following 15-minute candles, okay, 15-minute candles, where is this volume going to close? It just closed below. Now we just had a new 15-minute candle open, so maybe the 15-minute candles are still consolidating in here. If you're a 15-minute trader, we got to see where we're going to close on the next 14 minutes. Are we going to close above here? Are we going to close back down here? But maybe it's pushing down, so it just got rejected at the hourly and may push down. So if we watch the 5-minute candles, we can see if it starts to come down into here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let US 30 continue to consolidate in here. We're going to do NASDAQ now, guys. Okay, so we're going to move over to NASDAQ, another top down with NASDAQ, but I'm going to go a little bit faster. Okay, so you're going to see the different type of speed. I'm not going to take as much time. Say this is the 5 minutes. Okay, there's your double top M pattern. There's your neckline. It broke down a little bit more, came down into this liquidity pool. It rotated right back up, and now it's consolidating as well, NASDAQ. So let's do the daily. Okay, so the daily. How are the daily candlesticks moving? So we were pushing up. AI was pushing NASDAQ and tech all the way up. We started to push back down. Red, green, red, come down. Yesterday, bullish engulfing candle, come up. Today we opened. Small pullback into here. We came up, we made the high, and this is where the volume is right now. So it's still trading in this consolidated daily area. We still need to mark today's high, 15,056, purple line. Let's locate today's low, 14,861. Okay, so very simple, our high and low today. Do we have critical areas in the market on the daily? Yes, we do. What about yesterday's close and today's open? Let's draw a yellow line right here. That's a critical area in the market. We closed yesterday and we opened right there. Here's the volume right now. So see these two wicks, 1 and 2. Okay, again, where do I want to place it? Do I want to place it at the top one? We can do that too, and it's kind of 50% of this big red candle. I can bring it down to the yesterday's high. Absolutely, we can do that too. It's all personal preference. See how I'm missing that wick if I do that. Or some traders say, Ron, can I just go right in between both of them? If that's what you want to do, let's do that. Okay, it doesn't really matter. That's why the line is just a line. If you want the zone, what do I do with the zone? I draw the box. So I go a little bit above the red box, a little bit below, and I bring the red box across. So you see how I can capture everything. So I have the yellow line to look for precision, but I also captured everything in here. So do you guys know why I did that? Okay, and it also happens to be 50% of this big bearish candle on Friday, still holding the market down. We came impulsively up here today, came up to this level, and we got rejected. So no volume on the daily is closing above here. If we do, maybe we might have a bullish continuation coming up here. But right now, we're below here. If we come back up again today, and maybe not up to the high, but a lower high, maybe this body right over here, 15,022, and it happens to be 50% of the tape. Okay, like if we're just eyeballing from the purple line to kind of this yellow line or the red box, that's half of it. Okay, that's reading the tape. That's another webinar we have, guys. It's tail of the tape, how to read the tape. Okay, well, let me write this down. Sorry, guys. I always think of webinars on the fly. So tail of the tape. Okay, so that will be a following webinar after next week. So I just think of these things as we go along, okay? So that will be tail of the tape, reading the tape. So if we come back up, maybe we're going to come back up into this red box. Maybe it gets rejected. Maybe we break through here this afternoon. What happens if we lose this yellow line and we come back down? Where could NASDAQ push down to? Well, we got some critical bodies over here in the market and some gaps. So I got this body, I got that body. So again, if you want to go halfway in between them, if you're like confused, Ron, I don't know to place it at the top of this body. Ron, I don't know to place it at the bottom of that body. Well, what I'll tell you is, why don't we just go in between? How about we do that? Half and half, okay? And is it a nice psychological area? 14,890. We're off by 10 points to be 14,900. So we're in a good area right around there, okay? Remember, if you're not sure, then add a zone down there, okay? So what I'm going to do is, from here to there, I'll add a green box. And then it makes it easier to distinguish that line. The line is, we're going to watch that line, but we've created our own little zone now. Okay, so we're above this daily right now. Let's go to the 1 hour. We've got our daily levels. Let's go to the 1 hour. So what was NASDAQ's big moves? See the Asian session? I know right away, just by going to the hour, I know where the Asian session is every single day, because you're going to see about 6-7 hourly candles in a row that are just trading sideways. That's the Asian session. Okay, you're not going to get some big moves in the Asian session. It's kind of, the Asian session has always been known to be a sideways market with low volume that kind of recovers the New York's move and going into London. Okay, so you're going to start to see the market open up here. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Now London opens up. We're coming back up for pre-New York, and then 7, 8 a.m. and then Wall Street. Wall Street is the big volume. Okay, 9, 10, push up today. We came all the way back up. Filled the wick all the way red, filled, popped a little bit more. We closed here, we opened, higher low, we came up to here, and we just came back down. So we have critical hourly levels in between this daily zone right over here. See all of these bodies and wicks? Okay, here was a wick rejection, a wick rejection. Here's a body and a body. There's a wick rejection right there. So I'm changing this yellow line to white. White represents an hourly level on my chart. Okay, so now we can start to see maybe the hourly volume is going to consolidate from this hourly white line to the daily yellow line. We could trap it in here and we wait for maybe a wick fill to break out of here, or we wait for a wick fill to fill down to the bottom. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the 5 minutes, but before I do that, this candle, 6 a.m., came up here and got rejected. We close with volume above there. We close with volume above. So I'm just drawing a little green box right here to illustrate to us that this is an hourly area of support. We're keeping the volume above this level. It came down, but went right back up. Came down, back up. Came down, back up. The volume is still holding this area right here. Okay, if we really want to draw like another red box, right below the white one up here. See where we got rejected? We got rejected right there. So if we really want to trap this in, now we know where we have some hourly resistance and some hourly support in the market. Okay, now we go to the 5 minutes. Let's go to the 5s and you see how we're trading now. Okay, so now the 5 minutes show our bigger area right here, getting pushed down, coming down to this support line. So we can do like a trend line coming up. Are we still holding this? Yeah, so it dipped all the way back down into this zone. It might come back up. So for NASDAQ, if we can come and close above this area, pick up more volume, pick up more liquidity, maybe we can close above here, we can fill this zone, fill that wick, and come up to that daily, the yellow line. Measure this move. If we're looking to take that as a scalper, it could fill right up to there, this point. Okay, this is a TP2 in here. See, that's 12.5 pips. But if it breaks out a little further, we could go up 20, maybe 30 is the top of the range. But halfway, you could draw like a red line right at this structure on 5 minutes. Body, body, wick, and a wick. If it fills up there, we just measured it. It's about 12 to 15 pips to the red line. If it continues to fill, we might get 20 or 30 if we take that buy. Right now, it came all the way down to the trend line to this hourly support area. And look, it's a nice big hammer candle coming back up. So it's going to close in 40 seconds. Let's see if it closes above this range where we can flip this red box green, collect some bids. Maybe we can go into that extended buy. It looks like a double bottom with an extended bottom over here. It didn't come into this range. So if we get rejected and we come back down into here, we could look to sell NASDAQ below this level and fill down to here, and maybe it extends to and breaks out down into here. And that's our daily low, the purple line down there. Okay, so again, we measure this move if we're going to go in for a possible sell at some point. Comes down maybe halfway, 12, 15 pips, all the way down to there is about 25, maybe 30 down to there. Okay, and then we're going to see, is it going to come back in this range and consolidate in here? If it does, this is the neutral zone. Okay, so it's breaking out. It's green. Guys, I'm going to buy this. Okay, I'm going to buy NASDAQ. I should have had this set up a little earlier, but I'm going to buy on NASDAQ right now. So I'm going to flip this box green. Okay, why did I go into buy? Kind of retested. this candle has no wick, so it kind of popped and coming up. Okay, I'm gonna buy. I have less than 1 pip spread with NASDAQ, 0.8, so it's really, really nice to scalp. Okay, and we're coming right up. Remember, this is a target, the red line, but if we come up with more momentum, maybe we break it. Okay, it might come up here and get pulled down. Okay, like I can see US 30 too. Sorry guys, let me just go side by side. Okay, so we got rejected up here. It came up, we got rejected. So now we got to see, are we going to pick up more bids and come back up? So see how it came back down. Are we picking up bids? Are we going to come back up to the highs? If it rotates all the way back down, we got to, this is why you got to give it a little room to breathe in case it pulls back into this box, maybe pick up some bids. I'm going to keep my stop below this level, below this demand area. Okay, so let me just change this 1 second. Okay, so I'm in a buy, got in a buy. I'm looking for it to come up there. I was in profit initially. I didn't act fast enough. Okay, so we got rejected. Did we tap that red line? No. So it formed a lower high. It's coming back down into this area. So I want to see now, where are the current bids in the market? I know this is NASDAQ, but we can look at NASDAQ too, the book. Here's NQ. Okay, let me just pull it up. Here's NQ. Okay, so I can see NQ, the previous low is down here. I'm going to see if it comes back down. You can see that the contracts are different on NQ. Okay, so I want to see, can it come all the way down, pick up these bids, maybe a higher low. If it breaks structure, then we might come down into this level. Okay, so that's why stop loss is important in trading. And lot size too. If you risk too much on a trade, then you're possibly gonna get stopped out or panic. Okay, if you go in with a conservative size, then maybe you can allow a trade to develop. Okay, so I got in on an impulse. Okay, maybe it was my fault. I went into profit. It wasn't enough for me to take out. So now I don't do the woulda, shoulda, couldas. I'm in a trade right now, so I need to manage it. I got to continue to follow what's going on in the market. Is it going to pick up these bids? Is it going to become a higher low? Is it going to come back up? Is it going to come back down? These are all things that I have to judge while I'm in a trade. Okay, it's not just to hit a buy and then you're not following the volume anymore. Like, I'm not looking at my MT4, how much I'm in drawdown, because I've already calculated the drawdown in my head. With the lot size I've used, I've already calculated everything. Okay, it's within my risk, but now I'm letting it, and so I see it come down, picked up some good bids. Let's see if it can come back up. Maybe we can get more volume close above here, and who knows, if it closes above here, maybe I'll go in another buy. If I get that nice confirmation of volume closing above, retesting properly, maybe I'll go in. And we also have an hourly candle in 50 seconds. It's going to be 2 p.m. So we're going to have an hourly change up as well. Hopefully it's to the upside, but there's no guarantee about that. So if you're following US 30, US 30 is making a move. Let's see if US 30 can close above here. We got to flip this box green and then see if the hourly candle can come down, maybe test the hourly white line, or even here, catch a wick, and maybe we'll be breaking out of here too. So let's watch US 30 as well with NASDAQ. Yeah, I can flip-flop from NQ to Dow, whatever you guys want. Here's NQ. Okay, so we're seeing NQ picked up those higher low bids. Okay, here comes NQ. Here's 2 o'clock. Okay, so we got a bullish ignited candle. Bullish ignited candle, guys. Flip your zone quickly on US 30. Let's see if it comes back down to retest it. Okay, my zone is already green on NASDAQ. Let's see if it can continue to break out of here. We didn't close with any volume above, so anything that accumulates will be an impulse breakout. Okay, it got rejected. Got rejected and rejected. So this is those hourly candles. that they can be very erratic. But let's see if it comes back down, pick up the bids, can come back up. We didn't create any new highs on NASDAQ, so that doesn't help an uptrend. Okay, so we got a spin top candle. It came down, didn't break any lows, so we picked up some good bids on NASDAQ. Let's see if we can come up, fill with some wicks, take out some highs. Closing above this area will be critical too, to maybe add maybe another position or to take your first position. US 30 looks beautiful, guys. Nice retest. Okay, I'm going to buy US 32. I'm going to hop in on US 30 right now. So I'll be in a buy on NASDAQ and a buy on US 30. I'm in on US 30 right now. So we're looking to maybe break this daily, come up here, and to take out that wick right there. Okay, here we go, guys. Get ready. Okay, let's see if we can come up and recover our lost liquidity up here, our trap liquidity on NASDAQ, and come up to the VWAP. But yeah, US 30 is moving, guys. NASDAQ as well. Here we go, guys. Let's, let's. Beautiful, nice hourly move, guys. Okay, let's see if we can continue. We might pull back, but hopefully we got some nice healthy bids in here. Yep, they're bidding it up. Let's go, guys. Okay, this will be a nice move if we can break this area of resistance, this red box. Okay, and then also getting volume to close above this area so we can get continuation. Yes, here we go, guys. Beautiful. Yep, we're popping. Let's see if we can take out. I'm going to place a yellow line right here for NASDAQ. Okay, like this. See these highs? We got to just take out this area, 15,120. Yep, US 30 is pushing, guys. Guys, you should be, like, I bought that impulse candle I was breaking out. Okay, if we can take out that wick, should be about 20 pips. You can go to break even, guys, if you like. It all depends. Some traders are scaling out. It's all up to you guys. Okay. But remember, have we tapped this red line yet? No. So this is still a lower high. So it may come down. US 30 made a move, but we still haven't taken out. See this wick right over here? We have not taken it out yet. So technically, this is still a lower high. So it might come back down, but we got to continue to bid up this candle. Continue to fill, and then we can come back up, fill the wick, and pop out of here. Yep, here goes NASDAQ filling the wick. Let's see it pop now. Here we go, guys. Here's the pop. Okay, and that's a target up to that red line. Remember I told you from here to there? I went in a little drawdown, but right back into profit, guys. Beautiful. Let's see if we can take out an extended high. Here we go. Yeah, guys. Okay, beautiful. Please manage your trades, guys. Nagraj, you got a NAS 100, 35 bucks. Congratulations. That's amazing. Okay, this candle is going to close in 50 seconds. Remember, it could close and come back down. So we're right near that VWAP. This is a critical area. Okay, if we can close above here, maybe we'll get an ignited bar that might continue this move. But let's watch. Here we go. We're continuing to push. We're squeezing short. See them in here? They got squeezed. They came down, but the bids were up here. So we're continuing to drive. NASDAQ may fill the range. Here we go, guys. Go to a break even now. Okay, I'm going to a break even on NASDAQ, and I'm going to be scaling out on US 30. Abu, you got out on the red line on NASDAQ? But there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That was a measured move. Okay, here we go. Here's the close. Okay, ignited bar. Let's see if it can take out the high and continue to move. Ignited. Also, US 30 is ignited. Flip this red box green. Go through your motions, guys. Okay, if it holds, it may come back down. But look at here, the yellow line. Okay, if we come back down here, okay, now it's testing. Like US 30 is testing the green box. 50% of this big bullish candle on NASDAQ should be right about there. Hopefully it can test and hold or a higher low. Let's see if it can pick up the bids, continue to take out the VWAP and squeeze all of these short sellers. Okay, see how they're bidding it up? They want the price up here. They don't want to bid down here. They want to bid up here at the VWAP. But there's so much transactions occurring at this level right now, like live in the market. Barney, 16 pips and you dipped. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Sarah, 23. Like there's, guys, that's a scalp. 16 pips, 23 pips with US 30 was zero drawdown. Okay, that's why I like, guys, very rarely do I trade NASDAQ. That was for Yoda, but I normally trade US 30. Elaine caught 22 pips. Congrats. Okay, but look at, guys, we're still holding uptrend. Let's see if the bids can break out of here. We take out this high, 15,135, and maybe they'll squeeze a little higher and then come up to this bigger red box. See the highs of NASDAQ? Like, look at it. Equal highs. Okay, so they tried. It got rejected, and now it's coming back down. So it's got to go through the motion. It's got to come back and pick up bids. Can we hold 50% of it? Can we hold this green box of US 30? Let's see. It may come all the way back down to here for the retest. Let's see if we can hold volume at 50%. NASDAQ breaking out, okay? See the bids? See how the candle turned to a hammer? So we're right back to the high. Now we just got to come back up and squeeze these shorts out of here. Mustafa, amazing, bro. You hit your daily goals with Dave and you're studying now? Good, bro. Eid Mubarak, bro. Okay, so NASDAQ. Okay, did we touch 50%? No. So you can draw like a little minor green box down there just to help you if you're still in the trade. Have we tapped here? No. So we're still holding higher low volume. We're trying to take out this high. If we can, then maybe we're going to fill this wick to the left and come into the bigger red box. It's still holding, guys. Still, same with US 30. It's still holding. Hasn't really broke that daily structure. Remember, this was the start of the new hourly candle. So it's still holding good momentum. NASDAQ, let's see if it breaks right now. See it just accumulating from the VWAP to this yellow line. It's in such a tight range, but we just flipped the book. Here we go. See the bids just filled in this area. So now short squeeze time. Here we go. Let's see it pop and come right through now for NASDAQ. Okay, remember this is NASDAQ. I'm not looking at the Dow here. Okay, and here we go. Here's your extension. Okay, you held in that. Did it come down here? No. So now it's pushing, filled the wick, and popped. Let's see now how much legs this thing has. Can it come and fill this previous wick up to 14,970? I believe it can. But let's see. If it comes into this bigger red box too, this is a target, guys. Here we come up on NASDAQ. Beautiful, guys. So you see how it came down, didn't really break any structure. It filled, like, look at the consolidation. Remember who got trapped in here? The sellers got trapped. 30 pips, Sarah. Congrats. Marcia, thank you. I hope you grab some pips on there. Okay, but we're coming into areas of supply. Okay, so there's going to be a push down. See where we came up? We tapped that red box. That's why, guys, I pip and dip when I trade. Because I really respect these levels. That pop is what scalpers are looking for. If you're still in the trade, follow. Okay, we came down. Now we're at the VWAP. So let's see. We're still at that critical area. If we can build at this VWAP, maybe we'll continue to build and come back up. But now I'm adjusting. Okay, so if this starts to come down, maybe I'll look for a sell position on US 30 below here. And I'll trade in the consolidated zone. And then this measured move, I look at it over here. Okay, and it's still holding, guys. So what we can do is, if you want, like in a trade, bring your green box up to there. See? So that was, so you know, like if you don't have access to Bookmap, guys, this is how I used to trade when I didn't have a this type of platform. Okay, this is TradingView. So see what I did with that green box? Remember I had it at 50%? I just came and I grabbed the previous pullback and into there and extend this across. You've now identified your own little block. And if it can hold here and we don't break this and we take out some highs, we're going to continue going higher. Okay, so it's still building, but we got to create new highs in order to change the order flow in the book. Look at all this short volume, minus 1800. Like we were down minus 2200. So we've already recovered a nice little bit, but we still have to respect all of this selling pressure in the market. It could be coming into this big red zone, and then that's where it could push down. But we may fill a wick and pop on NASDAQ. Dow is still accumulating in here, has not broke this yellow line. We have another ignited candle, but we have no new highs. We got to create that new higher high. It's still building, But you see now, multiple rejections. We got rejected there and rejected there. So it's coming back down to build again. Can these bids now continue to accumulate this move? Okay, if not, it may retrace back down into here. Okay, have we officially retested this? We have once. It might come back down for a double bottom to retest this area again. Okay, so you know, some of you, hopefully you guys dipped, or if you're still holding, watch. Okay, so this is how some traders say, Ron, how can I hold a trade? How can I hold a trade? This is how you can hold a trade. Okay, see what I just did there? You're at a break even now, so you have no risk in the trade. Now you're letting the trade play out. So it's still, look at it, nice big bullish candle. We filled a wick. Now let's pop. Let's take out this high. It may come up to that daily yellow line, and it could get rejected there. There's like a lot of heat above us, but we could continue. See how look at how we've caused an imbalance in the depth of market for NASDAQ. Remember, we were all the way down here. No bids down there. They wanted to play up here. Came up, back down, higher low, higher bids. We broke out of here. We consolidated, and now we're squeezing the shorts. US 30 can possibly also break out of here as well. Okay, and this is also like a trailing stop loss. So if you at our break even now, take your trailing stop loss and place it like below this green box, and then all of this is secured. And if it continues to break out higher, we'll find our next zone, and then you bring your trailing stop loss up. That's the only way to kind of trade with no risk and try to maximize a move. But remember, we're counter trading. Okay, look at the original move. It's this big selling move. That's that negative 1900 of selling pressure. So every time we come up, it's going back down. We came up, but you see now tweezer tops are getting rejected. So that supply is coming in the market. It's not allowing us to break. That's why sometimes if you don't pip and dip out of there at these kind of zones, it's going to pull back on you. Same with US 30. See, it didn't make any new highs. So unfortunately it got rejected, and it may come all the way back down to test this box. It might not. Maybe it comes with a higher low and continues to push back up. If the volume continues to close back above here, maybe I'll look to take another buy. But right now, the volume is below, so I got to make this box red. Okay, and NASDAQ is still building. We haven't really broke this area yet. Let me just clean up all of these red lines. Okay, guys, so that was like an aggressive trade, guys, on my part. Okay, I went in on NASDAQ and US 30. So it is more of an aggressive trade. But if you guys like scalping, that's scalping. Did you guys enjoy that trade, like that type of analysis, or was it confusing? I know we're flip-flopping from NASDAQ and US 30. It's two different securities. Am I taking another trade? No, I'm not in any other trade. I scaled out of NASDAQ and I scaled out of US 30. US 30, I was straight into profit. I bought the breakout right here, went straight into profit. NASDAQ, yeah, I got in early. I held that drawdown. But do you guys see how I also held drawdown? Okay, I hold drawdown just like any other trader. You're not always going to take a trade that goes directly right into profit, but I told you my stop loss was below this zone. This is why I make blocks in the market. It's kind of like I'm below all of those big pending bids in the market. I feel safe below there. So did I panic down there? No, because I was trading with my own risk. I was confident in that trade that it would continue to go up to the upside. But if it came down here, I was willing to cut that trade and then look for another one. Okay, so now the market could be rotating right back down. And you see, like NASDAQ, look at this cluster of volume. Okay, and if you still follow these red bubbles, they're coming down, but they're not finding too many bids down here. Look at the bids, they continue want to come up. This could flag up here and continue to be a short squeeze out of here. So if we're kind of trying to box in an area, if you were to box in this area, and if it continues to maybe consolidate in here, we might continue to the upside. If it continues to close below here, then unfortunately it's going to push down into here. Dragos, analysis seems good. Do you also use any moving averages? 9 and 200. If I'm going to use any, they're right here. 9 and a 200. 9 is the green line. We're above the 9 on US 30. We're above the 9 on NASDAQ. And if we look at the higher time frame, 200 is up here in the supply, this purple line. And 200 we're above the 200 on NASDAQ. So that's good. We're above the 9, we're above the 200, it's still bullish. We got a nice, look at that. Guys, I'm telling you, the buyers, see how nobody wants to transact down here. No buyers want to transact down here. Sellers come down, can't find anybody at the auction. So they got to come back up. They come back down, nobody wants to participate down there. They all want to participate up here. So if they continue, they're going to squeeze the short sellers. If we can continue to break out of here, this will be a breakout. Have we broke this green level yet? No. Yet US 30 did, but it's bid right back up. So let's see if it can close again above here. Maybe retest. Maybe we can go for a continued buy on US 30 or NASDAQ. Okay, but you guys see how it built? It built. Okay, no one wants to transact down in here. The bids want to play up here. They're asking. I'm asking to pay. I want to play up here. I want to trade up here. So it forces the offers to get pulled out of the market, and more bids will populate, and this causes a squeeze. Maxwell, do we teach how to read Bookmap? That's what I'm doing right now, Maxwell. I'm helping you understand what Bookmap is. Here we go. We've got webinars and courses on Bookmap alone, but I'm teaching live right now. Guys, look at the squeeze. Okay, so if you continue to hold, okay, you didn't remember 50% of this bullish candle. We're still holding here. Okay, so if we take out new highs, and when you take out a new high, you have to understand that there's going to be offers that push it down. Okay, always. Anytime, or we create new lows. See, all of these were lows that went back up, lows that went back up, lows that went back up. We got highs that could come back down. Okay, that's part of trading, because that's how an order flow works. Every time you make a new high, there's always going to be an offer waiting to absorb it. Sometimes it's going to be higher, more offers than normal. But if you continue to follow how we came down, the bids are trying to come back up, but the offers are pushing it right back down. But if you are happy with the trade, okay, we came up to the previous high. So these buyers on NASDAQ did their job. Okay, they filled the entire zone up to the previous high. So remember when we measure that move, like up to here, if you were still holding, it came up 25 pips. Maybe make a decision up there, because we really have a yellow daily line here, and then we can cut through this area. If we cut through here, this could be a big squeeze up here. Still coming back up. I'm waiting for US 30 to close above here as well. Look at the squeeze, guys. Beautiful. So we came down again at this area, 15,130, but the bids want to come up here, 135. So it's continuing to squeeze these shorts in a very, very tight area, but it could continue to build and maybe break out of here. There we closed. Ignited bar. Can it take out the high? Can it take out the high and break out to the L line? No. So it's going to come back down now. It's a lower high. Did US 30? No, maybe it's forming a flag right now. So if you follow these wicks coming down here, and if you kind of follow what it's doing over here, It's kind of like in this pennant flag. And this has a 50-50 probability of continuing to the upside, or it may come down here. Okay, let's see if it can squeeze to the upside up to here. But we got to fill these wicks, this red line. Fill and break out. Yes, NASDAQ is possibly going to take out all of this heavy liquidity up here and cause another squeeze up to this daily and maybe a little more. Wow, here we go, guys. Here's the squeeze. And US 30 is breaking out as well, guys. Okay, get ready. If US 30 builds with NASDAQ. Dragos, have I ever tried trading crypto? Yes, in 2008 until present. We used to scalp Bitcoin on 1 minute. There's an old video on YouTube, maybe 2.5 years ago. It was a Saturday night scalp session when Elon Musk was on Saturday Night Live when he was talking about Dogecoin, Doge, whatever you guys call that. And that was a Saturday night midnight session we did when we first started SST. It was a really fun session, and we caught Bitcoin with zero drawdown, and it dumped like 100 pips on a sell. So yes, we do scalp it. I've been scalping crypto a long time. It's fun. We'll get back into crypto, guys. Let's worry about NASDAQ and US 30 right now. Okay, guys, buy side, still squeezing shorts. But you can see now, see this heat map? A lot of red up here, a lot of heat. Okay, so it's big trading right here. Lots of transactions, but we're net positive. Here's the pop to the daily. This is another target, guys. Okay, if you're in this trade, we just hit the daily. Now you might get a squeeze. And if you're still holding Dow, let's see if we can take out this and come through. NASDAQ is a monster right now. Is anyone still holding NASDAQ? Because this is popping, guys. You guys are still in. Congratulations, guys. Wow. Maxwell, what are my thoughts on ICT? I have no idea what ICT is. Maybe I'll study it and I'll give you my thoughts on it. I have no idea what it is, to tell you the truth. I hear a lot of you guys talk good things about it. I don't know what it is. Okay, I trade price action, guys. But I'm sure if you take your time to learn it, it's gonna be amazing. Okay. I don't know what ICT is. I don't have time to learn things right now. I got young kids. Okay, look at NASDAQ squeezing a little higher. Okay, it may come up to the top of the box. It could. If we also close above this daily yellow area, it might retest and continue push up. But this is, you got to understand, we're at 50% of today's daily candle, like in here. So this could come down. Just use either a trailing stop loss or just continue to follow this volume. Secure on the way if you can, but it could pull down. We're at the top of the depth of the market. Yes, we do this every single day. That's why I tell you guys, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications. We have different times all the time on YouTube. That's why I tell you guys, hit the notifications so that you guys are informed. I believe in free education for everybody. It's good. We dedicate a couple hours a day to YouTube, and then we dedicate a lot of time to our snipers in Zoom. Okay, here we go, guys. Now it's Dow's turn. Can Dow fill these wicks and pop out? Okay, let's follow Dow. Here's the close. So you see, guys, how I changed the box green. Okay, we got another ignited bar on NASDAQ closing above the daily yellow line. This could continue, and target would be up here, 14,990. Okay, that could fill all the way up there, fill the red box. Dow's turn, come on, break out of here. Let's go Dow to come up to 33,845, possibly a little higher. Yeah, Dow is ready to pop. Let's go, Dow. Come on. I can flip to Dow 2 on the book. Let's take a look at how Dow is doing. Okay, so Dow is at the VWAP right over here. Okay, so this is, see here, different depth of market. Okay, 34,194 offers up here. Here's 34,044. We got 86. Different depth of market, different contracts, different index, different security. Okay, so what are we doing? See where the buyers got trapped here and here. Now we're trying to close above the VWAP, flip the book, and drive on Dow. Okay, so I'm gonna look for a yellow line right here to show you guys. Right here. See this? Where we came up, we got rejected. Came up, we got rejected. We came up there and we just got rejected again. So we gotta pick up bids. Here we have some heat and here we have some heat. We don't want to lose this area here. See the big rejection, guys? Okay, so Dow didn't have enough momentum. Still possibly going to accumulate here. NASDAQ broke out a little further, but now it's coming down. Okay, so you have to go through the motions again. This area on NASDAQ, this wick and this zone, if it can hold here, right here, pull back into here and hold this, maybe it will build this zone and continue to come up. If it loses this, unfortunately it's coming down. Okay, I'm telling you guys. So if you didn't scoop any pips up there, if you didn't dip out of there, I'm trying to make this as clear and visual as possible. This is a daily yellow line. It broke out for a new high up there and it's coming down. This is the bigger red box. Okay, so if you don't do anything up there, fortunately markets do come down. Okay, that's why sometimes I do not get greedy. I got out even early. Okay, I was doing this for you guys to tell you where it could possibly go, but it's up to you guys. Either you can close an entire position, you can close out a partial, or you can hold in a pullback and watch the analysis. If it holds this box, maybe it picks up those bids and might come back up. It might come all the way back down to, some of you guys use the 9 EMA, and then we're right back in that consolidated zone. But if it doesn't hold these, then unfortunately it's going to come back down. Just like Dow. Okay, it came up and back down. I was out of Dow on this candle. I got out early. Okay, so and then we have a new 30-minute candle opening in 2 minutes. So 2:30. Look at, we came down. Let's see if we still hold. We can maybe take a 30-minute trade in the next 2 minutes. Let's look at the 30-minute candle. Look at on NASDAQ. Nice big bullish 30-minute candle. We took out that daily, but let's see if 30-minute volume can continue to push in the next 90 seconds and close above that yellow line, that daily. 30-minute volume closing above that yellow daily. And also NASDAQ. 30-minute candles, green, red, green. Can this 30-minute Dow candle close above the yellow? Maybe we'll build with it. Maybe in the next 30 minutes, we'll have some bullish momentum. So I watch it, how it closes on the 5s. So we're in this zone right here. If I was to trap where we are right now, we could trap this zone. It's still coming up. Did we come down here? Did we break any levels? Not really. So it's still got equal lows, higher lows. Do we break anything highs? No. So it's just still consolidating. Yeah, that's a possibility, JJ. It might come down to grab more liquidity before bouncing back up. Yeah, that's 100%. That is a possibility. But you see now, they kind of changed the momentum the last 30 seconds of the 30-minute candle. So we're going to get a new 30-minute candle. It could open positive and we still continue to drive, or it could come down, just like you said, to pick up more liquidity. But if we don't break any structure, we could still be creating higher lows and higher highs. So it's just, we got to go through these motions every single day when we trade. But if it respects our structure, then we could possibly continue to push up. But here we go. So this is a new 30-minute candle. It's 2:30 p.m. We opened bullish, got rejected quickly. So maybe they're going to come down. Dow, look, closed below the daily yellow line. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it closed below that yellow daily line. That was a critical area, and they closed it right below it. And that's why I flipped that box red, because if it continues to get rejected, it's going to come down here. If we can move again above here and close above, maybe we're going to continue to push. NASDAQ is still building. Let's look at NASDAQ on Bookmap. NASDAQ is still building nice in here. Again, see the selling pressure? It came down here, but the bids want to trade at 140. They don't want to trade at 132. They want to come back up here. That's what causes this bullish candle. Okay, that's why I made this zone green. From this previous wick, that was a neckline. So we're kind of retesting it and we're holding it. So if NASDAQ can continue to maybe close or break out above this daily yellow line, we're going to get 30-minute momentum. Same with Dow. Get ready, guys. If you're still in this trade or looking to add a position, let's see if Dow can continue to build and maybe break out of this red line. And maybe we can get that nice new push. Yeah, Dow is coming back up, but yeah, here we go. So again, NASDAQ pushed down, but the bids are up here. They're asking up here. They don't want to transact down here. That holds a trend. It shows that the depth of market below us is strong. Okay, they want to transact up here and then take out offers. And then when we do that, it's just natural motion in the market, and then we'll possibly create a new higher high and break out further. But you see the consolidation of Dow. Red, green, red, green, red, green. Okay, it's completely consolidating, but it's still healthy consolidation. We didn't really break any lows. Still holding. Now we got rejected big time. There's the wick. Right at that daily yellow line. Okay, so now, unfortunately, we got to go through these motions again. It's coming back down. If we lose this level, it's going to come down to the 9 EMA. If we can't hold there, then this block. If we can't hold this, then it's coming for stops. Okay, now the market is coming for stops. Okay, there's only one particular reason why it wants to come down here. It's to stop out a lot of these buyers. Stop out, pick up these bids lower, get more volume, and maybe it's going to turn back up. So if we're not in a trade, we got to watch what's going on. Just got to go through these motions. This green box is no longer green. We've got to flip it red right now if we're in NASDAQ. Okay, because the volume is below us now. Okay, so this is the reversal now. And it all started at 230. Okay, we didn't create any new highs, so now it's coming back down. But we're going to see, is it going to be just come down, take out the liquidity, take out the pending orders, take out some stops, maybe pick up some buy limits, buy stops, and continue to come back up. That's what we got to see. We're right back at the VWAP. So this is where a lot of institutions transact here. Dow is still building. NASDAQ picked up a nice wick. Let's watch all of these things. Okay, let's go to Dow. Dow looks like it wants to break out. Let's look at Dow on the map. Okay, so Dow is back up here. See again, Dow. Big red cluster down here, but the transactions want to play up here. So this candle is going to close in 1 minute. So let's follow the close. Did we take out a new high? No. It came up there, but then got pushed down again. So we got to be patient, guys. We got to be patient. Okay, we could look for a continuation buy above here. We're now consolidating in here. This is like our consolidation range. Okay, nice wick on NASDAQ. Okay, so it came down. Did it break any structure? No. Picked up the bids, coming back up. Let's see where it's going to close. Is it going to close above this box? Where's US 30 going to close? Let's see. This could be an impulse breakout on the next candle, guys. Be ready. Okay, so we closed near the high. Did we take out the wick? No. Ignited red candle. Let's see if it catches a quick wick, or touch this green box. And get ready. Maybe it's going to be a quick breakout. Still red. Still holding red. Okay, so if it's still, oh, there was a quick wick. Okay, so let's see, can it take out the high? Okay, it's a doji candle. Okay, here it is. Possibly going to take out. I'm going to buy this candle. I'm going to go in on a buy on an impulse. Okay, I'm going to step in on a buy. I got in, maybe it was a little early, but I'm in a buy now. I like that. You're like a version of John Anik calling the UFC fights the play-by-play. I love UFC, so that's amazing. Thank you for that. I love UFC. I watch it every single Saturday night. Favorite fighter? Khabib. And if you guys remember GSP, St. Pierre back in the day. And then I also like Charles Oliveira. I also like his style. Dustin Poirier, yeah, he's pretty good too. Yeah, I love them all. Justin Gaethje, he's unbelievable. You know, when he's fighting, it's going to be an amazing fight. Same with Chandler, all of those guys. Hamzat, he's crazy. Yeah, a lot of good fighters, guys. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm in this trade. I'm stuck in this consolidation. So I'm going to see if it can continue to build in here. My stop loss will be below this level. Okay, so I'm going to place my stop below here. I got in on an impulse. Yeah, now when I look back at it, I was feeling the wick. I thought it was going to pop. It didn't. So I'm going to get ready to get stopped out, guys. Yeah, I'm out. It got stopped out there. That's, oh man, sucks. It's the staircase come up and then the elevator come down. Maybe I'm going to get it out. Okay, I got out. It may come back up, but that's why I stay with the trade. I follow the volume. So if I see that they picked up the bids down there and come right back up, I could go back into the trade. But now I'm going to use caution. Now I'm going to wait for physical volume to close above here and volume to close below there for anything. But also for NASDAQ, guys, it came up, couldn't break any higher. Now it's coming down. So I hit the 2 buys and that trade nullified one of the buys. So I'm still up, but this trade took out the previous buy I had. So that's kind of like a break even on those 2 trades, but I netted one on NASDAQ. So that's it happens, guys. You know, it happens. You're not going to win them all. But the thing is, I got stopped out there. I don't want to. I could have continued to hold this, and maybe it's going to pick up bids and come back up. But I don't want it to break here, and then it comes all the way down here. Okay, so I trade with discipline myself too. I trade zone to zone, so it came down. So I respect my zones. That's why I got stopped out right there. Because if this closes below, it might retest this, and all of a sudden it's red and it's shooting down here. I don't want to go into a much larger loss. And that one I took, I didn't take a feeler trade. So that's also another thing. Sometimes I take a feeler trade, and if that was coming down on a feeler trade, I'd probably be still holding this. But I didn't. I took that with a standard size for me, and so I really have to respect my risk management. Okay, because this is what happens now. See how we close below? Flip this one green, and that's it. It's going to now push down. Just going to clean this up. Okay, and NASDAQ, guys, bring this across, and it's red. So now we're pushing down. Okay, so that was me up there. I was kind of buying up there. I bought into that a lot of that supply, and I got pushed out. Okay, so that's how trading works, guys. We're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some, but do you guys see that I got stopped out before I was gonna give back more? Okay, it's just maturity of a trader. If you guys are having difficulty closing trades, you got to learn. Yeah, it's definitely part of the game, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not a 100% trader. I don't think anybody is. If they are, they're lying to you. There's no trader on this planet. Otherwise, they would be working for JP Morgan, or they would be on Wall Street. Okay. But part of winning is cutting trades. You got to learn that discipline from now, guys. It took me 3 years before I learned that, and a lot of lost money. I lost $25,000. I don't know, maybe that's not a lot to some people on this call, but at that time, $25,000 for me was when I was in my 20s, when I was working, I was going to school, I was paying for school, I was working. That's all the money I had. So to me, that was a lot of money back then, and I lost it, all of it. It wasn't prop firm money. That was real money. And the reason why I lost it was I was trading with no stop loss. I would just go in a trade and continue holding it and praying, and sometimes the trades would continue to go away from me. And then I would add more and more. And before I knew it, I was down thousands of dollars every single day, holding overnight. Does this move, like, does this bother me how it came down and now it's coming back up green? It doesn't, because I'm going to wait patiently to see if it closes above here, and then maybe I'll go in another trade. But this is the life of a scalper, guys. Okay, you're going to make some good decisions. You're also going to make some wrong decisions. It's the nature of scalping the markets. We take multiple trades, so not every single trade is going to work out, but that you got to have the right mindset to cut a trade and review what happened. So I'm still following the volume. I see they came down. Did they tap this box? Did they tap the support level on the hourly? No. So it's coming right back up. It's still accumulating. So if we close with volume above here and retap this area, I might go in and continue buying power hour. And I have the mindset that I can recoup my loss and gain some more. So you see, guys, I don't really get affected by wins and losses. I'm the same way when I win money, and I'm the same way when I lose money. Okay, I trade like a robot. Okay, you guys will never know if I make $1,000, if I make $100, if I make 1,000, or if I make 10,000, or I make 100,000 in a day. I react the same. Same with when I take losses. I react the same. Okay, when you trade enough, you don't get excited about things anymore. Personal trading. I get more excited about you guys. When you guys are making 0.5%, 1%, you guys are changing your trading habits and things like that. Those things excite me. I've been trading for 15, 20 years, guys. So things, making money, losing money, it doesn't even faze me anymore. I'm like immune to it. But look at this big bullish candle. Yes, I could have held in all of that drawdown and I would have been right back up to break even. But now I'm watching the close of the candle. 50 seconds. It came right back up. Now it picked up more volume. I'm measuring this move in my head. I'm seeing how far down did it come? Picked up that wick, 10 pips. So guys, remember, if we break out, minimum 10 pip breakout. Okay, here it comes up. Let's see where it's going to close. This could be the 10 pip breakout right now. Let's see. It's going to close in 30 seconds. Let's see where also it can close. Okay, is it going to close above there? This is really important. Same with NASDAQ. Came all the way down, back up. Let's see. Okay, so here's the close in 10 seconds. Again, we're just right back at this VWAP like a magnet. Okay, so again, it came up there, impulse, and pushed down. So we didn't close above there. Now we got to build this area. Red, come down to the 9 EMA. There's that daily yellow line. Are we going to hold there? Flip this red box green momentarily. If we're not in a trade, we still got to go through these motions. This is a new 15-minute candle that just opened as well. It's 245. Okay. and NASDAQ coming back down to this area. Is it going to hold this area? Just flip your box green. If you're not in a trade, just continue to go through the motions. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's coming down red. So again, if you bought up there, you bought again like me on an impulse earlier. So I'm not buying on impulse no more. I'm waiting for volume to close above. I see that they picked up some liquidity. It came up there, but then came right back down. And now it's coming right back down. So you see, we're just stuck in this consolidation. I tried, but you see guys, if you're trading in consolidation and you make the wrong move, you could possibly get stopped out, or you're going to hold and draw down. So it's just like these sellers are holding, buyers are holding. Eventually, someone is going to get squeezed out of here. So now it looks like the sellers are going to push it down below here and break down to here. If it breaks this hourly support, it could come down here. But do you want to get in on an impulse, or should we wait for volume to close? Since I took that loss, I'm going to be more conservative now, and I'm not going to take any more impulses. I'm going to wait for volume to close. Because it could come down a little bit and then go right back up. So I'm waiting for this entire candle, 3 minutes to close. See where it closes. US 30 is perfect for 1 minute scalping. MJ, I agree with you. We will announce when we get into 1 minute scalping. And we'll have that for you guys, where we'll do just straight 1 minute sessions. Okay. And that's where I stress it's going to be a lot of learning. I'm going to be talking very, very fast and explaining things, because there's a new candle that opens up every 60 seconds. So I will be talking fast, and you know, you're going to have to think fast on the fly when you're learning. I suggest that you learn with either a smaller account or a demo account. Lots of coffee and baklava. I will get Barney. I'll make sure my mom makes a lot of Turkish coffee and baklava for those 1 minute scalp sessions. Yeah. And we'll go 5 hours straight, and I'll just keep going and going and going. Okay, so it's still red coming down, guys. So, you know, just barcoding. Things will open up. What time is it? Almost 2:50. So remember, last trading hour, the day is power hour. That's where we're going to get some more moves in the market. Right now, since we kind of started the call at 1 o'clock, NASDAQ came back up to here. We still have all of this selling pressure pushing down, but we came back higher low. We created a new high up to there. It's pulling right back. We're going to see if it can hold this area. If it can, maybe it will come back up this afternoon, close above here. Maybe we break out further. If NASDAQ closes below this area right here, 14,940, 950, I would be looking for a sell, possibly to come down to this green box, and it will react in there. Okay, it might come down, back up. If it's like a lower high, it might break this and come down to the bigger box down in here. Same with US 30. We'll see if it can close below this level and start to push down and take out that hourly white line and maybe push down to here. Wegma, tomorrow's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Vediden, what is my favorite time to trade in the day? I love Wall Street open, 9:30 to like 10:30. I love that. I love volatility, guys. I'm a scalper. So I love in and out, in and out, in and out moves. So Wall Street is really nice for scalping. I also love this time of the day. 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. From the afternoon, like near the close of the markets. I love this time. Mid-afternoon going into the close. Okay, so we're red. They gapped it down, so we're probably going to push down. Okay, so right now I'm in no trades. I don't trade like going into power hour. I try to stay out of the market, and then I see what happens at 3 o'clock, and then I continue to trade after. So that's just how I trade. Sometimes, well, not always, but if I'm not in a trade, I try not to get into a trade if it's before an hourly candle, especially power hour. I try not to trade going into Wall Street. I try not to trade going into London. I try not to trade going into FOMC or NFP or any red folder. I like to react after the volatility. Yes, Elaine, Eid Mubarak. Thank you. I appreciate that. So again, that 30-minute candle, they're probably just consolidating. Look at the 30-minute candles. Green, red, no real direction. It's kind of cooling off. Maybe it trades like this in power hour. We cool off until tomorrow. But same with NASDAQ, green, red, green. So unfortunately, we're in an area of consolidation. Not the best to be trading inside here. So this is where I would wait for better setups. A nice setup would be closing above here this afternoon if they can pick up the liquidity and close above there. Unfortunately, I got in on that impulse candle. I got bid up there, but I don't trade with woulda, shoulda, couldas. I got caught up there, so I got stopped out. Did I want to continue to hold? No, I didn't. So I got stopped out right at the screen box. Came down. Maybe it's going to pick up liquidity. Maybe it fills up again. And if we close above here, I will be watching this during power hour. I've got my levels set up on my phone, and I'll be watching it as well. I'll be waiting for volume up there. Same with NASDAQ. Okay, let me get rid of this. Maybe these green boxes are too much in here for you guys. Okay, if NASDAQ can continue to maybe hold this zone right now, what we're trading in, just going to remove everything here. Okay, you see where it's kind of clustered in here in this next zone above us. Okay, so if we can kind of maybe push and close above here again, we may have a possibility of a bullish breakout squeeze this afternoon. So if NASDAQ continues to come up here, just like US 30, I'll be looking for a buy above here. If I was trading NASDAQ, I would be looking for a buy above there as well, with volume closing above and retesting, because then maybe we'll fill this previous high and then continue to squeeze for a nice daily afternoon power hour push to the upside. If it continues to come down bearish, I'll be looking for a move below here to come down to there. Same with US 30. If we get more volume breaking lows and closing below here, maybe it might come up in power hour up to here and push down. I'll be looking for sells to continue with the selling pressure all day today. So we just kind of pulled back right into this level. We couldn't get any higher. I tried on that impulse. I got caught and coming right back down. So we still got to respect this white line. This is an hourly support line. Maybe it might come down here, grab liquidity, and go back up. It could be a sideways power hour. That's another thing. Like there could be some whipsaw moves. Whipsaw, sorry. If it comes up, goes back down, comes down, goes back up, and then the volume is still trading inside this box. So this is why I'm going to wait for volume to close to give me the next direction. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue to bring this rectangle box across. So we're about 5 minutes away from power hour. So if you guys are going to trade, guys, just please be careful in power hour. I would recommend waiting for volume to close unless you're speculating with a smaller trade. You're testing things out. Okay, so here we have another ignited bar filling the wicks, pushing down. I know some of you guys are already in sells. Okay, there's nothing. If you guys are in sells, watch US30 how it will react if it can come down to 33796, 795, that hourly support. Okay, it's kind of right here. See here, this is the hourly support at 2 o'clock. Okay, right there. Let me just place a yellow line here so you guys can see. Okay, see here, just before 2 o'clock, that's where the market dipped down and then it shot right back up. So now we're going to see if we can come down and take out this low. It's the hourly white line here. So they came down. Lots of bids are transacting right before power hour. So we have 4 more minutes to go. I'll stay just right after 3 o'clock with you guys, because then I gotta go. I gotta grab the kids. And guys, webinar. Sorry for you guys on Zoom if you just joined. I have a dinner at my parents' house tonight for Eid. So they just told me this morning. I just found out about it. We were gonna do it on Thursday, but I told them I'm going away on Thursday, so they're gonna do it tonight. So tonight's webinar is gonna be for next week. You're going to have a little bit of homework what to do. So again, if you're a struggling trader, you're going to list 3 things. What are your top 3 things why you're struggling? Okay, be honest with yourself. And then we'll probably see a lot of us have the same things and we can focus on that. Okay, whether it's over leveraging, over trading, maybe wrong lot sizing, maybe it's just not knowing price action, maybe it's like what I did right there, getting in on an impulse, maybe not closing trades. That's another thing. That's why a lot of traders have difficulty trading, is because they don't know how to close a loss. I closed a loss, but some traders are still holding a buy, and now the market's coming all the way down here and they're still in a buy. So these things, we got to work on the discipline. Maybe it's you're lacking discipline. I don't know what it is, but you got to write it down. If you're a struggling trader, and then we're going to try and correct that. Also, for traders who were struggling and now you're doing really well in the markets, you've achieved consistency, what is it that you overcame and what is it that you fixed that maybe we can help others? Maybe it's your journaling. Maybe you never used to journal before. Journaling can be a game changer for most traders. I never ever used to journal, and that's when I lost all of my money. Then when I started to take trading real serious and I started to journal every single day, I couldn't believe it was like night and day. Now there's so much new programs, apps available for journaling. Back in the day, I had to write on a piece of paper everything. Okay, I'm not a computer guy, so I used to write everything on paper. Now everything is done for you guys automatically. Like you just input the information and it'll spit out results for you. So there's really good apps out there. Some of them are free. Okay, there's free apps out there. But that's what we're going to talk about next week. So if we can all come into the Zoom ready with a list and make it interactive, we'll go maybe 2 hours that night. It will be recorded if you miss it, but it's kind of like a mid-year review. We're going into July. We still have half the year to go. It's a new month. Maybe the long weekend, you can take your time to really dig into, take a night off and just think about why you're still struggling or what you've overcame and now you're consistent. Remember, everyone's going to be different. Okay, we've got some consistent profitable traders in the group. We also have traders who are learning, they're new, and we also have traders who have been trading for months and years and still have not grasped the concept. So these are things that SST, we're here to mentor everybody and help everybody. Okay, so these are the things that we want to work on. Okay, so see how we came down red, ignited bar right down to the hourly line right before 30 seconds to go in power hour. So if you're in that sell too, from here to there, guys, it came down to the hourly white line. Like if you were in a sell here, you took that ignited bar, it just came down 15 pips right down to the hourly white line. If you don't do anything, it caught a wick and now we're coming 20 seconds to go into power hour. This could flip and turn back up. So that's also, when it comes down there, if you're in a sell, you got to make a decision right before power hour. Okay, it could come back down, but there's no guarantee. Caught a big wick, caught a lot of buyers. It could continue up green. Okay, so I try and make this clear as we trade live with you guys. I know I talk fast, but you have to. This is scalping, guys. I would go slower if we were just sitting on an hourly candle. There's nothing to talk about. This is, you should see when we talk 1 minutes. That's why I got to focus on one chart with 1 minute. I can do multi-charts with 1 minute with you guys, but you guys are going to say, Ron, you're crazy. I'm going to need a whole plate of baklava and Turkish coffee to get through that one, but I can. Okay, so see what I mean, guys. See the close? If you were in a sell, it came right down to critical point, the hourly, and caught that support and coming right back up. So you just gave 15 pips to the market where you could have closed or scaled out down there. There's no guarantees. Let's not trade with woulda, shoulda, couldas. Well, Ron, it was down there. It could have gone down there. Who cares? Make a decision, guys. That's scalping, snappy decisions. If you want to be a consistent scalper, you got to trade like a robot. I trade emotionless. Whether I make money or I lose money, I do not trade with emotions. Okay, because if you trade like this, now this is going to affect your future trade. I'm telling you guys, believe me, I've learned so much by being a robotic trader. I can't stop. I can't stop talking slow, Daniela. I can't. I don't know. The markets move too fast. I'm just, guys, if you're with me in person, I'll probably talk and talk and talk, and you're going to tell me, Ron, shut up. You know, I get that a lot. I'm just a very energetic person. I enjoy what I do, and so unfortunately I got to talk to teach. You know, otherwise we're just sitting here doing nothing. Okay, so but guys, if you're going to trade power hour, okay, so it came up, now we're pushing right back down. So if it fills this wick and continue push down, look at NASDAQ pushing down. If it can close below here, maybe they're going to start to redistribute a lot of this supply. Remember, it's just a pull back. We pulled back. The majority of the volume is over here, this big red candle. We came up to it, but we couldn't break. Now it's coming down. So the markets could continue to push down, guys. If you need to wait for this full body of this candle to close and you're not in a trade, wait for it to close. We don't know where it's going to close. Even NASDAQ came down, back up. Wait for NASDAQ to give you that close confirmation down there. Maybe the candle will turn up green, test 50% or test this area and continue dropping. Okay, guys, but everybody on YouTube, thank you. 250 viewers. Appreciate all of you guys. Tomorrow we'll be doing our London, live London, okay? And we'll come back on YouTube and Zoom, guys, for live London. Then our afternoon session as well. Dave in New York and PK today did the post. Thank you, PK. For all of that. Guys, Friday, SST is going to take a day off for Canada Day and a long weekend. And then also going into next week, Monday, markets are open, but we're going to take the day off. Tuesday, we're going to be back, but Tuesday has the U.S. banks are closed, but we'll still come in. We'll start charting. We'll start educating. We'll go through the markets and everything like that. There will be some volume to trade, but not as much as when the U.S. banks are in the markets. Okay, guys, so thank you guys so much. Guys on Zoom, remember that I'll post in the Discord that our webinar will be moved for next week, okay? So remember the homework, guys, 3 things. If you're struggling, write them down. Be honest with yourselves. The biggest 3 things that are causing you still to struggle that you need to overcome, and traders who have overcame the struggles and now you're consistent. Maybe you're passing a challenge, you got your first funded account, you got your first payout, or if you're doing it with your real money, you're learning consistency, you're hitting your 0.5% or 1% goal daily, it's compounding weekly, and maybe you've had your first profitable month. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? We need to pick your brains. So I want you guys to please join the webinar next week. It's going to be interactive. I don't want to be talking. I want you guys to be the ones talking, so others can learn from you, so we can learn from our members and learn from the snipers. So I really believe that that's how we can do this. How did others who are struggling figure it out? So that's what we got to work on, because everybody has different levels of education, different levels of learning. Some people have started today trading first day, some have been 6 months, 1 year, 5 years. So there's different levels, guys, but we can all learn together. Okay, so I'm gonna go, guys. Eid Mubarak to everybody that does celebrate. Take the time tonight too to spend with family and friends. Enjoy this day if you do celebrate it. I will be too. I'm going to my parents' house for dinner. So thank you guys for understanding. I do appreciate that. I know it's the mixed up in the schedule, but I thought we were going to have Thursday dinner, but then we decided that we're going to go on a vacation. So just everything got mixed up. But thank you guys for understanding. I do appreciate you guys. Like, you guys are my real family. Thank you guys, all of you guys. And thank you guys. We'll see you guys live London later on, Zoom and YouTube. And I'll see you guys. We're going to do it at 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. And then there's going to be a break. Then Dave will take over. And then I'll be back in the mid-afternoon, guys. And we will do this time again. Okay, guys? So I hope you learned something new. The markets are dropping, guys. Okay, markets are pushing down. That's why I got out of that stop loss right there. Now when I look at it, if I held that, I would have been in big trouble. So now I look at that where I got stopped out, and I look at that as a positive. That's how my brain works, guys. I look at, even I lost money, I got stopped out, I still made the right decision by getting out there. Because if I didn't, I would have been at a bigger loss. And then we're playing the woulda, shoulda, coulda game. We don't do that, okay? So if you take a loss, accept it and move on, okay? All traders take losses. Thank you, guys. And pay attention to the markets. Lots of things are going on in the markets daily. So there's a lot of things. Guys, it's a historic times to be trading right now. So, yep, selling pressure, power hour, absorbed all of this and continued to push down. So you know here, who would get squeezed out of this market? Unfortunately, the buyers got squeezed out. So when I gave the 3 directions, you know, where we said it could trade sideways in here, it did for a little bit. And where we said it could break out to the upside and retest here, I tried with this this candle that kind of came up here. I tried, and then it came back down, got stopped. No, this one right here. And the other direction was going to redistribute to the sell side. So for you guys that are selling, congratulations. Just broke the hourly, broke this level. May push down to the purple daily low. Fill all of these wicks, come all the way down. Look at the selling pressure. Lots of selling volume. This net negative day. So this seller absorbed all of that liquidity down here and redistributing it down. So is losing 2% in a trading day too much? Yes, it is. Maximum is 1%. To 1.5 is pushing it, but 2% in a day is, yes, you gotta limit that. That's a lot. Okay, try to stay 1%. 2% is a lot. Okay, unless you can handle it. It depends on your experience too. Like, I could lose 2% in a day, and maybe I can handle it. But for some other traders, that may destroy you. Okay, so just be very careful. We want to stress 0.5% or 1%. 2% is, you're up there, okay? And see what happens, guys, okay? I know I talk a lot and I got to go, but see how it came down red into these wicks, kind of down here, and it picked up the liquidity. So if you were in that sell, I know, like, you can hold and it can come back down, but where it is now from where it was, you just gave 20 pips back to the market. Okay, if you were in that sells, it came down nice, broke this area, but it's not going to probably go down forever. It's going to find some bids at some point. So you got to maybe close at some point or take some profit. Don't get too greedy. MJ, 1% per trader per day. No, 1% of your overall account. 1%. So if you're trading with $1,000, okay, your account is $1,000. You're risking 1% of your entire $1,000. So you can learn how to trade. And if you lose 1%, you're still okay. You haven't blown up your account. If we start losing 2%, 3% per day, you're going to start to lose your account faster. But even with a prop firm, remember, a prop firm only allows 5% daily drawdown. So if you lose 2% or 3%, you're risking half of your daily drawdown in one day. You shouldn't be doing that. You got to focus more on 0.5%, 1%. Tushar, you risk 3% a day. Okay, you're on the high risk side, but if you can manage it, you can manage it. I don't recommend that, but if it works for you, then just learn what you're doing with it. Okay, guys, there's no set standards. Okay, if I just say 1%, you know, everybody's different. Again, what is your experience level? Okay, maybe I can trade with a 2% daily risk, but I know how to navigate it or work with it. There's some traders who have no idea, and then they're going to go 3%, and So it's different levels, guys. We'll talk about this on another day. I don't have too much time right now, but everyone's risk is personal. Guys, look at that red nasty candle. Came down, broke, came down to 34,000 psychological area. There were the bids waiting and the market is coming right back up. Okay, so if you get greedy also on a sell, the market can humble you real quick. Look, it's a bullish candle coming right back up. So if you don't pip and dip, this can happen. Okay, guys? So thank you guys so much. It's 3:10. I got to get out of here. I appreciate all of you guys. Zoom, I will see you guys live London later, 5 a.m. And also you guys on YouTube as well. Hit the notification, subscribe. You guys can join us in the London session from 5 to 7. And thank you guys. Have a good day. God bless everyone. Eid Mubarak. Have a great day.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocksnipertrading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
Trading with a perfect broker is the key, which takes you one step ahead. At AAAFx, we have you covered. The future of Forex is zero commission. Here at AAAFx, we offer ultra low commission, which starts at 99 cents per lot. Our accounts spreads start from 0.0 pips. With account leverage up to 500x, and can have a minimum deposit of $100, with an additional 100% deposit bonus, regulated by HMC Greece, compliant with ESMA, EU, regulated with FSCA, South Africa. Nothing to lose, but something to gain. Trade with the world's most liquid market provider, AAAFx, recommended by Stocksnipertrading. To get started, use the affiliate link below.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stocksnipertrading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips, and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.